All right, breaking news, in fact, coming in. It's presser versus presser war over alleged Jaitley Mallya meeting. Now, BJP accuses the Congress of sweet deal via former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and now Rahul Gandhi accuses Jaitley of aiding Mallya's escape out of the country. In fact, Rahul Gandhi went on and said that Arun Jaitley is lying. He demands to know whether Jaitley met Mallya by himself or was it on the instructions of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर एब्सकॉन्डर से बात करता है। एब्सकॉन्डर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को कहता है कि मैं अब लंदन जाने वाला हूं, और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने ना सीबीआई को बताया, ना ईडी को बताया, ना पुलिस को बताया। क्यों नहीं? पहला सवाल। दूसरा सवाल, जो अरेस्ट नोटिस था विजय माल्या पे, उसको इन्फॉर्म नोटिस में किसने बदला? यह काम वो ही कर सकता है जो सीबीआई को कंट्रोल करता है। तो अरुण जेटली जी लंबे लंबे बयान देते हैं। अगर ये उन्होंने अपने आप किया तो ये बता दें कि हां मैंने अपने आप किया। अगर इनको ऊपर से ऑर्डर मिला था तो वो कह दें कि ऊपर से उनको ऑर्डर मिला। मगर ओपन एंड शट केस है। इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंडर लंदन भागने से पहले फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर से 15-20 मिनट के लिए पार्लियामेंट हाउस में बात करता है। फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर झूठ बोलते हैं, कहते हैं कि नहीं, कॉरिडोर में मुझे पकड़ा और मुझे कहा कि मैं लंदन जा रहा हूं। ठीक है, अगर आपको कॉरिडोर में भी पकड़ा और आपको कहा कि लंदन जा रहा है, तो फिर आपने सीबीआई ईडी को क्यों नहीं बताया कि ये भागने वाला है, इसको जेल में डालो, इसको पकड़ो? तो ये क्लियर कट कल्यूजन है, इसमें कोई ना कोई डील हुई है, और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को सीधा बता देना चाहिए क्या हुआ है, उनको रेजिग्नेशन दे देना चाहिए।
पहली तारीख को मैं पार्लियामेंट हाउस के सेंट्रल हॉल में बैठा था और तभी मैंने देखा अरुण जेटली जी और विजय माल्या वो आपस में बात कर रहे हैं, खड़े होकर कोने में बात कर रहे हैं, और बहुत अंतरंग, दोनों एक दूसरे को जैसे कि अंतरंग बातें होती उस तरह से बात कर रहे थे। फिर 5-7 मिनट के बाद फिर वहाँ पर सेंट्रल हॉल में बेंच में बैठ के भी बात करना उन्होंने शुरू किया और बात अपना करते रहे। और विजय माल्या उस सत्र में केवल 1 मार्च को ही आए थे और अरुण जेटली जी से मिलने के लिए आए थे, तो उन्होंने उनसे मुलाकात की। और उसके बाद जब 3 तारीख को मीडिया में ये छपा कि 2 तारीख को वो चले गए लंदन, 3 तारीख को मीडिया में छपा, तो अचानक देखते ही मेरा रिएक्शन था, अरे 2 दिन पहले तो ये अरुण जेटली जी से मिल के गए हैं, सेंट्रल हॉल में मिले हैं, ये अभी 2.5 साल तक चुप्पी साधे रहे, 2.5 साल तक रहस्य बनाए रहे। इस बीच में पार्लियामेंट की डिबेट भी हुई, उन्होंने जवाब भी दिया, लेकिन कहीं उन्होंने जिक्र नहीं किया कि उनकी मुलाकात विजय माल्या से हुई, चाहे छोटी हुई, लेकिन उसका जिक्र तो करना चाहिए था। लेकिन छोटी नहीं, पुख्ता विधिवत वो मुलाकात करते रहे, और सेंट्रल हॉल में उसका रिकॉर्ड है। और मेरी चुनौती है, वहाँ पर सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगे हैं, वो सीसीटीवी फुटेज देख लें 1 मार्च के, तो उनसे पता लग जाएगा, या तो वो राजनीति छोड़ दे या मैं राजनीति छोड़ दूंगा।
National Affairs Editor Rahul Shrivastava is with us for more on this story. We're also being joined by my colleague Polumi Saha, who's joining us from the BJP headquarters, where Sambit Patra just a short while back also did a press conference. In fact, now let me first come to you, Rahul. PL Punia has thrown at a very, very big challenge. And Rahul, this is a question of credibility as far as the finance minister is concerned. He's saying there are CCTV cameras, go through that, and if Mr. Jaitley and Mr. Mallya have been seen together, then Mr. Jaitley's lie is exposed. Is the finance minister going to take up this challenge?
Ankit, what the Finance Minister does is largely the prerogative of the government and the Finance Minister. Yesterday, the Finance Minister clarified, first through a Facebook post and then through a video that he issued, that he said that it was that he exploited the benefit of being a Raj Sabha member and walked up to him, and it was a chance meeting which did not last very long. So that's what has to be compared. Now, which version is true? It is only there in the records of the Parliament security cameras. The second important element is that I think what is more critical to the entire Vijay Mallya drama, what started from yesterday, is not the fact that what transpired, as Sambit Patra said in August 2010 in terms of RBI letters to State Bank, or in 2012 another letters for restructuring only Kingfisher loans. The fact here is that if all that had happened by 2014-15, it was very clear the CBI FIR was also there. Why was Vijay Mallya allowed, and how was he allowed to leave the country, never to come back? Today the government 2 years later struggles to extradite him back to the country. The fact remains that now it is more clearer that within the CBI and the immigration, all was not very honest. The immigration on 23rd of November 2015 had no business calling CBI and asking that we have a lookout notice for detention, what should we do? The CBI had no business saying it was a clerical error and it should be amended and send a new one. Did they take the orders from the superior? Was the government involved? The answers need to come from the government, because eventually for the actions of the CBI,
yes,
the government is critical. And remember, at one time the Congress, the BJP had called CBI the Congress Bureau of Investigation. The shoe is on the other foot now, Ankit. The government has to clarify it.
The government has to clarify it right now. Polumi, Sambit Patra came all guns blazing against the Congress party. He went to the UPA. He spoke about the fact that the former finance minister, the former prime minister pressured, in fact, the system then to, in fact, provide favorable loans to Vijay Mallya. But if the BJP knew so much about the government's collusion with Vijay Mallya, why wasn't any action taken till 2016, till the time he fled?
Absolutely right, Ankit. In fact, that was one of the questions that I put to Sambit Patra over here. In fact, when questioned specifically about the CBI lookout notice being downgraded from detained to report between October 2015 and November 2015, Sambit Patra said no comments and that the CBI has made its statement already. That is a very sort of controversial move that the CBI engaged in. If the BJP is putting out all of this proof on behalf of the central government as well, that there was all of this exchange of letters between Mr. Vijay Mallya, the RBI, the former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Mr. Mallya telling a friend in a letter that Mr. P. Chidambaram had helped him with 500 crores of a loan as well. All of this evidence you're talking about in the period of between 2010 2014. That was when the evidence was, in fact, from the letters that the BJP shared today, between 2010 and 2013 to be specific. If you have all of this evidence from the previous regime, then why exactly in 2015 are you going ahead and downgrading that lookout notice? The CBI says they did not think he was a flight risk. He was a willful defaulter.
Polumi, I request you to stay on with me, because I'm being joined right now by Sanjay Jha of the Congress party. We're also being joined by GVL Narasimha of the BJP. Let me put this question first to you, GVL. Sambit Patra came out, he spoke about these letters. He also went back and accused the UPA government of, in fact, colluding with Vijay Mallya to provide him favorable loans, pressurized banks for that. The fact is that if all these details were available to the new dispensation, then why wasn't any action taken against Vijay Mallya and those who collided with him to provide them the loans, GVL?
No, you see, the documents that were shown today clearly show that the Congress dispensation at the time, including the then Prime Minister Dr. Singh, Chidambaram, and the RBI, went out of their way to benefit one individual company or to give them relaxations which were not available to anybody else. So we have raised the question: is Vijay Mallya a proxy for the family? Or is this a Benami Sampatti of the family? Because why would you otherwise go out of the way to benefit one individual company and bail them out by twisting, by tweaking all the rules and regulations.
But
So
GVL,
that's the question that leaves, that has not been answered by Rahul Gandhi. He ran
precisely,
away from that question.
and the question that has not been answered by the Bharatiya Janata Party as well, GVL, is the fact that if you knew all these things, then why did you not take action? And the fact remains that Vijay Mallya at that point of time was not a declared offender, was not a willful offender. He was during the UPA regime, and he fled the country during the UPA regime, during the NDA regime. So those questions also need to be answered, GVL.
No, I will answer that. But before that, the SBI was in dialogue with RBI, and the SBI was wanting to declare his loans as substandard loans because they already knew that this was already becoming a loan that will never be paid. So the RBI usually, a regulator, does not intervene in such matters unless there was intervention at the highest level of the finance minister, prime minister, unless there was a Gandhi family involvement in the entire matter. It is not possible. You cannot force a regulator like the RBI to make special concessions for any individual company. So that has not been answered.
Okay,
but that was a procedural irregularity. I would certainly, in the wake of these revelations, and in the event that Vijay Mallya's money does not come through, I think it would be important to even add them for the criminal investigation in future.
But why not? Why didn't the government? And GVL, Sanjay, I request you to just be a little patient about it, because GVL, I asked you a couple of times, but you have not answered the question. You are saying that an investigation should take place under whose behest or who pressurized, but why didn't the government do it? The question remains, if UPA government did something wrong, then what were you doing till now? In fact, to put them under the dock. Vijay Mallya was a willful defaulter when he met the finance minister. There is questions being raised on who changed the CBI lookout notice. All these questions still are unanswered.
The crime was committed when the Congress was in power. The crime was committed with the active connivance of the then government, active support from the then Prime Minister and then Finance Minister, and possibly under pressure from Rahul Gandhi. I think you can ask us as to why you have not brought them under the criminal investigation. I think criminal investigation should certainly look at any active connivers in
but
this
who will do that, GVL? It is your government who is supposed to do that. You are asking question to your own government that why haven't they done that? So the question would be, are you now, then should I ask it this way, that is the BJP trying to favor Rahul Gandhi or the former Prime Minister or the former Finance Minister by not investigating this? Or is it just political, noise being made around this?
No, I think so far the investigation had not gone beyond Vijay Mallya. Once you get Vijay Mallya in custody, once he is extradited to India, I think investigations will follow as to who are the people who helped him carry out this criminal fraud, this financial fraud. I think
stay on with me, and let's get Sanjay, who has been patient so far. Sanjay, the fact that the BJP today is putting out is that Vijay Mallya was one of the favored child of the Congress party. They are saying that you made Mr. Mallya what he is, and now the Congress is trying to put that blame, shirk it away on the BJP.
Ankit, I have heard very patiently the outrageous rubbish being spoken by the BJP spokesperson. I don't want to even waste my time commenting on something so absurd and atrocious. Let's get on to the fact of what we are actually confronted with. And it's very simple. Your viewers should know it in very simple language. Yesterday, there is a public admission by Arun Jaitley that he met Vijay Mallya. Arun Jaitley had to agree to what Vijay Mallya alleged against him. And he told him that I'm leaving for London. So fact number one, Arun Jaitley, India's finance minister, is aware, Ankit, that Vijay Mallya is leaving for London. Now look at the interesting part that happens within 48 hours of this conversation. Within 48 hours, Vijay Mallya has left for London with 54 or 36 suitcases. Now this is the fascinating part. The same day that Vijay Mallya leaves early in the morning, that same day, India's Attorney General goes to the Supreme Court and says that we wanted to actually freeze his passport, but we just got to know that he went to London, which means Arun Jaitley kept the Attorney General and, as Mr. Gandhi said, kept the CBI, kept the banks, kept everybody in the dark. And SBI, exactly 24 hours later, is in the court saying, please seize his passport. And who does the SBI report to? Who does the banking system report to? The PSU banks? They report to Mr. Arun Jaitley's Finance Ministry.
Isn't this very clear as well from the letters that the BJP has put out? And I completely agree with the fact that the BJP is trying to, in fact, move around or not answer the pertinent question about the circumstances in which Mallya fled. But the fact also remains that this is in equal measure embarrassing for the Vijay Mallya and providing him loan after loan despite banks raising red flags.
Okay, let me answer this. There is a banking system. Read what Raghuram Rajan has said. Raghuram Rajan has said that the bankers were indulging in what he called as irrational exuberance. This is not me. This is not the Congress party. It is the governor of the RBI. What does the governor of the RBI tell you also? That in the process, they may have just overextended their loans. To see a political completion, that's what the BJP is doing. But then there are two questions that come up. Is Dr. Subramaniam Swamy of the BJP, who himself, by the way, has alleged that there's a very senior minister in the government who has probably changed the lookout circular and facilitated the departure with a red carpet send-off given to Vijay Mallya. Point number one. Point number two, there is a pattern here of political patronage. It extends to Nirav Modi, it extends to Mehul Choksi, and more importantly, the fact that there are a big list of defaulters with the Prime Minister's office which are not disclosing. I think what you're witnessing in India is crony capitalism at its worst ever.
All right, gentlemen, I request you, humbly request you, both of you, to stay on with me because now this has become the biggest political war which is being fought as of now. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the Union Minister, has also jumped in and he has tweeted, why was a second restructuring of Vijay Mallya's loan allowed in 2010 contrary to the rules? At whose behest did the RBI direct the SBI to grant this restructuring? So, Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad also jumping in. Rahul Shrivastava also with us. Rahul, though the BJP's line of attack is very clear, they want to pin Vijay Mallya as a monster who has been a creation of the Congress party, but the fact remains that the BJP refuses to answer the circumstances in which Vijay Mallya fled and if there was any connivance on any part of the governance as far as his facilitation to leave the country is concerned.
Ankit, if you look at this entire episode, there are three basic phases. One is the pre-fleeing India, then the act of fleeing India, and then post that. The BJP wants to talk about what it has done after he fled to bring him back and what the Congress did before he fled the country. The Congress is not interested in talking about what happened before he fled the country. It only wants to talk about that period of fleeing. Now, this is a very strange situation, Ankit. Warren Anderson, one of the accused in the Bhopal gas tragedy, manages to flee India. Nirav Modi, he gets something close to 1,200 LOUs issued clandestinely through fraudulent method, 13,000 crores siphoned off. Small bank employee at the Brady House branch can do it. The entire government machinery, banking system, RBI sleeps. Somebody like Vijay Mallya, now the BJP may say anything, but when the day he fled, the government of India knew that 17 bank consortium is going to move the Supreme Court against Mr. Mallya for the recovery of dues. By that time, Mr. Mallya had turned hostile as far as the recovery of dues is concerned. So if the CBI in November 24th in 2015 diluted his notice, why wasn't the government alert enough to upgrade it yet again? Did the government inquire what kind of lookout notice is there? Why wasn't there a lookout notice for Mehul Choksi when courts in Karnataka were already declaring him an offender? There are many questions. Both of them don't want to answer.
Right. Stay on with me, Rahul. In fact, Sanjay, I want you to come in on this. From Sambit Patra to the Union Law Minister, everybody is jumping in to lemon the Congress for what happened before Mr. Mallya was actually declared a willful defaulter and fled the country.
Well, Ankit, a very simple one. I think the BJP is now panicking because it's coming on the background of the Rafale scam, the demonetization scam, and now you have a very clear as daylight case where the government protected Vijay Mallya. Now, let me tell you, everything that the BJP is saying that the Congress party helped him get the loan, but it's very odd, isn't it, that the BJP was in power since 2014, and knowing how politically vindictive they are, they actually protected the very man they thought the Congress was helping. I mean, I haven't heard of anything more ridiculous than that. So if the Congress party is helping you, Ankit, and the BJP then helps you run away with it. I mean, it's a farcical explanation. This has zero substance. I'm trashing it outright. Now, let me make the second pertinent point, and that's what I think Rahul Srivastava pointed out, and I've been saying it since yesterday. The Debt Recovery Tribunal was representing the SBI, the prime lender to Kingfisher, and other banks in recovering of the money. That happens without, you mean to say Arun Jaitley was not aware? I mean, the CBI reports to the government. The CBI changed the lookout circular. The government is not aware. Who are they trying to fool? They were protecting him. And remember that end of day, Vijay Mallya was elected to the Rajya Sabha with BJP support as well. So this is a much deeper conspiracy. Vijay Mallya is sitting in London. So are Mehul Chokshi and Neerav Modi. And now this government has no right.
All right. Sanjay, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I request Rahul, Polumi to stay on with me. We are taking a very quick break. This is the top focus because this is the story that is right now the biggest political story that is developing in the country. Vijay Mallya has thrown a spanner in the works as far as in the BJP coming out with their support for the finance minister. More on this after a short break. Stay tuned. But PL Punia speaks exclusively to India Today. This after Punia claimed that he was witness to a Mallya-Jaitley meeting. He said Jaitley-Mallya meeting lasted for about 15 minutes. He also said the meet can be verified with the CCTV footage from that day.
कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है, उसने सब बातें पूरी तरह से बताया है और वही बातें हैं, उसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं।
पर बीजेपी कहीं ना कहीं सवाल उठा रही है, कह रही है हमारा कुछ लेना देना नहीं, कांग्रेस का लेना देना इससे। क्या कहना है आपको इस पे?
यार मुझे
तो आप देख सकते हैं पीछे मिस्टर PL पुनिया है। पुनिया सर, जो कांग्रेस जो बीजेपी वो आप लोग के ऊपर जो है आरोप लगा रही है, कह रहे हम नहीं बल्कि कांग्रेस शामिल है माल्या के साथ।
अब जो बातें कही उसका जवाब देना, चुनौती दी है उनको स्वीकार करें।
जी, तो ये कहना है मिस्टर PL पुनिया का इस पूरे मसले के ऊपर, वो कह रहे हैं जो चुनौती दी है उसे पूर्ण।
All right, with that, we're swinging to a very short break. We'll come back to this after this break.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.